Hello friends, Laura Whitfield here, your independent Scentsy consultant with Laura's Aroma Retreat. And we're finally going to dive into my empties. The girls went with Grandma and Grandpa for one last hurrah before Haley starts school tomorrow. So one last sleepover at Grandma and Grandpa's, and they are coming home this evening. So, and I've been cleaning. I started last week doing the painting that needed to be done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done, which means that, you know, probably in the next 2 to 4 weeks, let's just say, I will be able to get floors back in the house because I need to have floors before winter. So, anywho, I have almost 2 months worth of empties to go through. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know the reason why I am super behind on this. I just couldn't make myself sit down and do it, but I was, like I said, I've been cleaning yesterday, like deep cleaning things, painting, just trying to get myself back on track, or at least organized, right? God, I'm not even really started and I'm ready to cry. But so anywho, I don't know. I'm going to start out with some of the newer bars, the 10 new fall and winter fragrances, the scent of the month, which you've probably already watched reviews on, and then also the Island Days collection, because I was super late to getting mine. But I don't know, I'm finding like so much of James is in me, and I don't know, his way to do things was always to just keep working. So I am finding some sort of, I don't want to say peace in that, but I'm finding that it serves as a good distraction to keep going the way that we've always gone and just keep going and just keep working. So that's, I don't know, that's how I'm making it through each day at the moment. But, you know, Haley starts kindergarten tomorrow, so I'm like super freaking emotional. And we did meet the teacher night, and I'm glad my sister came with because I had to go out to my car for a bit while the kids were playing on the playground. But I'm going to try to distract myself here by keeping on working because I'm a roller coaster. One afternoon I was doing okay. When I showed off the man bundle, I was feeling kind of okay that moment. And I don't know, ever since Monday from Meet the Teacher night, I can't seem to keep myself together no matter how hard I try. So we're just going to keep working. So, all right, let's dive in first and foremost to the new bars to share with you guys. And then if you want to click off, you can click off. If you haven't already clicked off, let's be honest. And then we'll dive into everything else that I've gotten through, I guess. Okay, first bar up. New fall and winter scent, Frosted Vanilla. I thought I was really going to love this bar, and I did put it into my bedroom. I really like that super strong, like sinus clearing type of mint fragrance. And at some point, you guys, I'll just let you know, my diva is outside. She will at some point bark, and I'll have to get up and let her in. But I don't know. There's something very powdery about this. Almost kind of like mint and like baby powder linen. It was super strong, really off-putting. I mean, I know that this was supposed to be like the replacement for Vanilla Mint. They should have left Vanilla Mint alone. Next one up is Velvet Moon. This is actually quite pleasant. So I thought this was going to be super light. I did put it into the girls' room because it does have almost like a tiny, like, again, a linen-y type fragrance. I mean, like, it smells super fluffy, but it's a really good performer. It's very soft but powerful. I don't know. It's really pretty. It is a great bedroom scent. I don't think I would put it through the whole house, but in the bedroom it smells great. I'll set aside Island Days. And this one, next one up is Sips of Cider. This is actually the last bar that I'm melting. I have it going in the kitchen right now. super spicy for me. I'm gonna have, like, if I were to get another bar of this, I would definitely have to mix it with something. I don't like the super strong spice. Like, I would rather do cider mill over sips of cider, but my preference would be cedar cider because it's got that woodsy note. This is all, it's like a super strong orange and cinnamon. It's orange and cinnamon. And I can't get behind it. For the most part, I'm not super impressed with the 10 new fragrances. I'm sorry, we have better things, because here's another one that I don't like. Perfect Day. I didn't like it on cold. I don't like it warmed. It's not a good pair. It's got sort of a sweetness to it, but that bourbon, the bourbon just kills it for me. And I promise I will get to ones that I actually like, but the bourbon in this kills it for me. It's just too, I don't know, boozy. It's too boozy. It kills the pair. No, thank you. Okay, are we getting to ones that I like now? I think, well, this is an okay one. White Amber and Silk. Again, another linen. There was like 3 linen type scents. And while I do like clean cotton or coconut cotton or those super fresh, super clean ones, I don't like the ones that are powdery and kind of floral. And this White Amber and Silk was so strong in my room. Oh my God, I could taste it. It was, I could already hear James in my head, like, please change that wax out. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. He did not like the scents that were so strong that you could taste it. I could definitely taste this one. It's too strong for a bedroom. It might be okay in an open concept, but probably not for me. Not a repurchase. Okay. So we will get to the ones that I actually did enjoy. So I guess it's about half and half. 5 that I didn't like and 5 that I do like. First one up is Falling Apples that I did like. This is actually really pleasant apple scent. I like the apple without the spice, right? Super sensitive to spice. Not a fan of it in any way, shape, or form. This is a beautiful apple with a gorgeous, like, oak woodsy undertone. It is a beautiful, gorgeous fall scent. I will definitely be getting more of the Falling Apples. I like that wood note, and I like the sweetness of the apple that just, like, they balance each other out so beautifully. This is gorgeous. I probably actually like that even more than Johnny Appleseed. I will say that it's like a one day and done, just like Johnny Appleseed is. I find with a lot of the fruity scents that they tend to be a one day and done, but that's okay because I clearly have enough to melt and I don't mind changing my wax daily if I need to. This is by far my favorite one from the new scents, Blackcurrant and Plum. Oh, this is drool worthy, you guys. I really, really, really love the currant scents though. So like Blackcurrant Bubbly is one of my all-time favorite bars. It's in my club. It might be in these baskets. I don't actually know at this point. This is gorgeous. This is a lovely, deep, dark, delicious, rich plum. Oh, and it's got almost sort of an earthy element to it, but it's not like dirt. It's not like tree. It's just something very smooth. Very, very smooth. This is a huge favorite. Next one that I did enjoy is Cran Apple Crumble. And I keep wanting to call it Cranberry Crumble. I think I actually wrote on my sample labels when I started sending out my fall packs, Cranberry Crumble. It's Cran Apple Crumble. This is beautiful. It is beautiful. I love the tartness of the cranberry and the sweetness of the apple. And then you've got just like a little tiny hint of almost like a buttery crust, but not like a popcorn butter. Like some of like almond croissant, right? That butter note really comes forward. It's very slight. It's very, I don't know. It's gorgeous. I think I've already ordered more of that. Surprise shocker for me. I actually enjoyed Huckleberry Hideaway. So I really thought, because this is super, super cloyingly sweet, that I was not going to enjoy it at all. I still think that at the end of the day, I will mix it with like sugar cookie just to tone that sweetness down just a hint and make it like this perfect, sweet, fruity cookie combination. But overall, I really, really enjoyed it. It is a different type of sweet fruit. It is very much a gorgeous fall fruit. And then the last one from our new fall and winter lineup is Blackberry Spice. Now, I did not think that I was going to enjoy this one at all either, because again, I'm super sensitive to the spice, but the blackberry in it really balanced that spice out nicely. It's just enough to give it that fall, maybe even Christmassy type of feel without being too much, too in your face, too much like potpourri, or like, you know, the pine cones or whatever that you get at a craft store and you put them in the bowl and they're all scented. The blackberry really gave it a nice added sweetness when it was warming that toned down that spice for me to make it kind of like a perfect combination. It does give me more of a Christmas vibe versus a fall vibe, but it is totally one I will melt again. Okay, oh, I know why. I haven't warmed Sunshine and Tan Lines yet because it's so super light. So we'll go through the 4 that I have warmed from the Island Days collection. I don't think any of these, honestly, are going to go into my club. They were very nice, but I don't think any of them are unique enough or impressive enough for me to put them into my club. So the first one up is Driftwood and Jasmine. I did do this in our master bedroom. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. I would 100% warm this again. The Jasmine is a little more floral forward, but the Driftwood does kind of even it out just a bit. I think this would be a really great body care product. Personally, I feel very body care-esque about this, but I don't know. It's a nice one. It's not too Driftwood forward, but I like the woodsy, so it's good. I would warm it again. Tiare and Coconut. I'm actually shocked because like when I did my cold sniff review on this, right, the floral is so stinking powerful. I will tell you that the coconut comes out while warming. I put it into the girls' room in their bathroom. It was very strong, wafted down my stairs. Not horribly unpleasant, but I'm still not like a super huge floral fan. It's not going to be a repurchase from me. Salted Bergamot Breeze. This is probably my favorite of the collection, believe it or not. This was a very strong performer in my bedroom. It did lovely. It's very nice. It's clean. It's got slightly aquatic, but it's like a clean aquatic, a fresh aquatic, not a... Because sometimes the aquatic notes, like the DC Justice League, right? It can go totally south on you really fast. This one did not. It's just this super fresh, super clean, very nice, not floral, not, I don't know. This is gorgeous. I would definitely melt this again, and I may pick up another bar or 2. I don't think it's unique enough, though, to warrant a spot in my club. But I do enjoy that. Star Apple and Freesia. Before I warmed it, I already ordered another bar. And I love the way this smells. I love it. I absolutely love it. But it only lasted like 5-6 hours and then it was just gone. It's super tropical and fruity, and like you get strawberry and pineapple, and it is a gorgeous mix. But it does not last very long. It really doesn't last very long. So it's not probably going to make my club either. Sadness. Okay, Glacier Water. This is our current scent of the month. This is gorgeous, you guys. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is everything that I wanted Arctic Kiss to be. So it does have a slight melon note to it, but it's not like that. Like Arctic Kiss for me is very super heavy melon forward, and I can't get behind too much melon. This is beautiful. This is a gorgeous combination of cooling, refreshing, just a tiny hint of melon fruit in the background. I did this through the entire downstairs while my in-laws were here. It was an absolute hit. My father-in-law is sensitive to strong fragrances, and this did not bother him a bit. He actually loved it so much that he took some of it home with him because, you know, he absolutely loved it. And I know This is a gorgeous neutral scent. So like if you are having people over and you think that they might be sensitive to strong fragrances, or it's a solid performer and it's super neutral. This is great for company. This is great for people who might be prone to headaches, I think, because he had no trouble with it, and it didn't bother his eyes at all. So yeah, those are the new fragrances that have come out. And I did not, like I said, I have not worn Sunshine and Tan Lines. At the end of the day, because it's super light, I'm not overly impressed with it. My Coconuts for Coconuts is better. And that's just the goodness. That's the honest truth. It just is. Okay, so I'm still going to start, like I have this mountain or this stack over here of things that I have been getting through. Some of it is obviously from the before, and some of it is from the immediately after. And you'll kind of, like, there's no rhyme or reason how I have these things stacked up in here, but you'll see I was very, very heavy on melting things that remind me of him, things that I have sent memories of James for. God, you guys, I want to be okay, but I'm nowhere near there. And that Meet the Teacher night, man, it wrecked me. I was doing kind of okay for probably about a week, maybe 2. And when I got the call, because you guys know that Haley has sensory processing disorder, right? And that we've been going to occupational therapy for almost a year. And the little town that we live in is super cute. It's super friendly. It's super quaint. But that being said, the school system here doesn't have the same type of resources that our old town did. So we only moved 1 town south when I resigned from my job 2.5 years ago. And like, it's a bigger town. It just is. It's a bigger town and they have better resources. So back at the end of January, beginning of February, we applied for open enrollment for our prior school district because they have a plethora of resources. And we didn't know if she was going to get in, right? I mean, it was something that weighed heavily on our minds. And, James and I even at that point considered selling the house and moving back to the larger town and extending his drive to work again, just to make sure that she could get into that school district because of the resources that they have to help her because she has special needs. And I mean, clearly we didn't do it. We made the decision that we were going to go ahead and build our dream kitchen and keep working on our house because they did open enrollment. And I got the call finally about 2 weeks ago that she got in, and I panicked because I'm like, okay, well, how, do I take the spot? Do I not take the spot? And it took me about 20 minutes to get my head on straight because, of course, I had to tell the people who called that our life had changed so much since the application. And I called back and I took the spot 20 minutes later, right? It didn't take me long to be like, Laura, what are you doing? Of course you're going to take this spot. I know, but I was thinking like, okay, well, she can't take the bus. I have to drive her to school. I have to pick her up from school. What if I have to go back to working in an office? All of these things are running through my mind. Like, how do I do this? How do I get her into school? And, even if that becomes the case, I mean, it's not at this current moment in time, but even if it becomes the case, they do have a before and after program for her. I mean, Elena would essentially have to go into daycare, but I mean, one thing COVID did do for us is there is a lot of work from home opportunities if I end up, needing to get to that point. I'm nowhere near that point at this moment. So I'm not, like, my back is not up against the wall that I have to suddenly be employed outside of Scentsy. Things are on a good track for me here, but, all those things run through your mind, right? And I'm sorry, this is going to be a really long video, and it's going to be probably a bit of a rant, just because, I don't know, my mind is all over the place, right? So anyway, so we went to Meet the Teacher night, and it just killed me. It killed me.
you know, I know his schedule inside and out, right? I didn't even have to look at my calendar to know that he would have been off that evening. That he would have been so excited to go. So excited that she got into the school that we really wanted her in. Super excited to go see it and go to the kindergarten popsicle play date and, you know, see the playground at the school. And I was having enough trouble just going, and then all those dads. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wish this on nobody. But I don't know. Being there was really, really hard. And, you know, I had left Haley's school supplies in the car because, you know, meet the teacher was after the popsicle play date, and I had my sister stay with him on the playground while I went out to the car to get her stuff, but I had to become completely unglued for about a good solid 10-15 minutes before I could walk back. So, and since then, like, I don't know, the last several days I'm just up and down and all over the place, and I just keep working, you know, working on the house, you know, and I, like, you know, our thing has always been, I mean, my husband was super handy, right? James was very, very talented, and he didn't think he was smart, but I'm telling you guys, he was brilliant, the things he could do. And I didn't realize how much of that I absorbed in the 10 years, right? Like, I had no desire to learn certain things. I was perfectly content with him doing certain things. And, you know, I used to watch him while he was working on things that I couldn't do, right? Like, I have a video clip that I shot through the floor when he was doing the plumbing for the bathroom down here when we did the bathroom, and there was, you know, a hole in the floor because we're running piping and running electrical and all of these things, right? And he's down there soldering pipe. And I just, like, I shot a video of it because I had so much pride in who I married. He just made me proud all the time with how smart he was and how talented he was. And, like, I could watch him do these things for hours, and, you know, watching him, I mean, he'd be covered in drywall dust and he'd be sweating and he'd stink, and I would just sit there and think, like, I have the sexiest man on the entire planet. But I learned a lot from him. And, you know, everybody kind of looked at my house as something that they could fix, like, come in and, like, fix and just get it done, right? And I didn't let that happen because I know that there are things that I can do, things that he taught me. And, you know, I will be approaching a point where I'm going to need some help. There are things that, like I said, that I can't do, but, and my in-laws will be coming back in September, and I'm kind of finally making a list of things like, you know, the shiplap wall. I don't know how to measure and cut shiplap. I don't, but I want them to teach me, and I'm going to ask them to teach me. I want to do this physically myself. I mean, I need their help, but I want them to teach me these things. We have some older outlets still that haven't been changed out. So they're like this horrible, ugly, tan, creamy color. And we've been slowly changing things out, outlet switches, whatever, to white, to new. And I want them to teach me how to replace an outlet. They were electricians by trade until they retired, and I want them to teach me how to change an outlet because, I mean, I want to know these things now, things that I never wanted to know before because he just took care of it. But one thing he taught me is, you know, knowing these trades and being able to do these things, it's super special. And Elena, my little one, Nuggie, right? If you follow me on Facebook or social media or whatever in my more private life, I guess. I mean, it's not private, it's public, honestly. But, like, her thing was, she was daddy's shadow, right? She helped us tear down walls. She helped us put up walls. She's part of everything that he always did. She's very mechanically inclined. I mean, she's her daddy on the inside. And I've always kind of felt like I didn't connect with her, and like he understood her and got her in a way that I never could or never did. And I don't want her to lose her spark, and I don't want her to lose her passion for these things. And the best way for me to make sure of that is to learn myself. So, sorry, I am way off of Empties topic, but there are things that I want them to teach me and things that I'm going to, I don't know, teach myself, I guess, as we go, because I want her to still, I want her to keep her spark. I want her to keep that passion that she had with her dad. And so I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. So anyhow, we'll get back to this. Because if not, this will drag on for 2 freaking hours, and I don't really want it to do that. But okay, bar of Pink Haze. I did put this into the girls' room. I am super on the fence about Pink Haze. I know that my club is a little extreme. Kylo, what are you eating? Stop eating a plastic bag. Dude, I don't even know what's in said plastic bag. Kylo. I mean, I have plenty of stuff to chuck at him. I just don't want to do it. So anyhow, I did put Pink Haze in there. I did end up taking Sugar out of my club. So if you guys watch that, then you know that Sugar came out of my club. Pink Haze is also kind of sort of on the chopping block, because while it performs bangarang in pods, it's not as strong in the wax. I do like it in the girls' room. It's fun. It's playful. It's in my quarterly club. I only get 4 bars a year. It may or may not stay, but I'm trying to use what I have to make a determination, because at some point things are going to get added and removed from my club. And now I have special things that can't ever come out of my club. So, you know, I did do a bar of Slay All Day in our bedroom yesterday, and I love this. I had this going with Velvet Moon in the girls' room. So Velvet Moon and Slay All Day are like, they strike me as kind of cousins. So it was really this gorgeous combination going on upstairs. And I don't know if Slay All Day is still in the clearance section or not. When it came to clearance, I picked up a boatload of bars of that. Originally, I have a good stash of probably about, I don't know, 12 to 20 bars. I don't remember how many I have. Like, I have a hidden bucket upstairs in my closet for waxes I don't want people to pick through, or because I can't get them again. And this is in there. This is absolutely gorgeous. So this is, it combines so well with Velvet Moon. And I obviously 2 separate rooms, not combined in the same warmer. This has got that really nice tree note to it. Oh, this is perfect for us. We've always loved that bar. It's got that slight minty. It's like a fresh tree scent. It's glorious. But it mixed very, very well with Velvet Moon, and brought down sort of that slightly powdery element that Velvet Moon has got going on. But again, Velvet Moon was really pleasant. Very, very nice for the girls' room. It's a good bar. Slay All Day is better, truthfully. I did do a bar of Coconut Cotton, also in our master. I love this. I just love this. This is the best laundry scent ever, in my opinion. So, like, Clean Breeze is great. Clothesline is okay, sort of. If you're one of those people who doesn't get a funky after scent like I do. Coconut Cotton, however, I want this in everything. I wish they would come back with like a laundry special, like special edition of Coconut Cotton. That would, summer ideas, Scentsy. You probably don't watch me, but summer laundry line. Just saying. Summer collection, gorgeous edition. Did do a bar of Business Casual, also in our master. I'd been stacking things up on my dresser. That's why kind of like the bedrooms are coming up first. This is pretty. It's so pretty. It's not a super strong performer. And I know that I can't keep every single bar from the Father's Day collection, but I really like this. So yeah, and James really liked it. So for now it stays. I did put all of those like into my quarterly club though, so that I could go through a variety of things and not get like this huge hoard of 5 million 5 million bars of just the manly scents, right? Did do a bar of Zeppelin in our master as well. It's super light. It's super pretty though. I am struggling to get scent out of this in our current master. Like when we were first using Zeppelin, okay, when James and I got together, right, I was renting this tiny little house for Lex and I, my older daughter and I. It was this tiny little 2-bedroom house, maybe at most 600 square feet. So it was it was like a little cottage, right? It was a little cottage in unincorporated Lowell. And it's a place called Lake Dale. And like I gave Lex, honestly, the bigger bedroom in the house. Not that there was a significant difference, but the bigger bedroom of the two in the house, because she had a bunk bed. She had more stuff than I did, right? I was a single mom, and I was like 27, 28, something like that. I'd been a single mom for a long time, and everything was centered around Alexis. And when James came into the picture, it ended up working out even better because, you know, Becca came with him a lot of the time, one of my stepdaughters. Sabby's older. She's been older, so she didn't always come down and spend the weekend, but sometimes she did. She was a teenager at the time. But Becca was only 6, right? My stepdaughter was only 6 years old. So Lex already had the bunk bed because it was gifted to me by somebody as a broke single mom, and that allowed her to have sleepovers and friends over and whatever. So we loved having the bunk bed. But our bedroom was literally kind of like a closet. So I've seen walk-in closets bigger than what our bedroom was when he first moved in with me, right? So it did really, really great in our bedroom there. Now that my bedroom is like 3 times that size, it's like the length of the house, Zeppelin struggles. So I might have to use that in smaller spaces. If I ever get an office back, which I'm not holding my breath for anytime soon, it will do great in there. I will not let it go. I will not let it go for scent memory purposes. And that's all there is to it. Oh, look, I did Dumbo twice. I didn't even realize. So I had Dumbo Circus Parade going yesterday. Apparently, I did it again at some point during the month. Dumbo's one of our favorites, you guys. So I get 4 bars of Dumbo. This is in my club. I do get 2 bars a month of Dumbo. It's this bright, zesty, creamy citrus. We have always been obsessed with this bar from moment one, since Dumbo showed up in my starter kit. He came in the buddy clip, and when James and I were undoing my starter kit, like, he was sniffing all the things with me, and he's like, oh my God. Like, we fell immediate love with Dumbo. We melt it all the time. It will never come out. They never should have discontinued Dumbo. It was a terrible plan. At some point I did a bar of Coconut Daiquiri. This is another one. This one doesn't last super, super long, right? I get maybe 6 to 8 hours out of it if I'm lucky. But this one is unique enough for me to keep around regardless of it not lasting forever. I love this. This is such a good, wonderful tropical scent. It's not in my monthly club. It's in my quarterly. So I get 4 bars a year of this. It's worth keeping for that. Did do a bar of Little Mermaid Kiss the Girl. I think I put this downstairs because it's sitting next to Angel. So, I don't remember what I put in the kitchen that day, if you want to be honest, but I think I put this one in the big room. And it's you guys know Kiss the Girl, right? It's gorgeous, it's fruity, it's aquatic, it's lovely, and it paired delightfully with Angel Experiment 624 with that raspberry bubblegum smell. Like, that was in this front room section here, so you had kind of like this gorgeous mix. I think maybe at some point I will actually try to mix these 1 cube to 1 cube in the same warmer, or maybe alternating warmers throughout the space, because this just, like, it gave it almost like a fruity bubblegum. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. It was a really nice mix. While my in-laws were here, I did do a bar of banana nut bread. This is not my favorite. It's becoming my favorite because it was one of his favorites. And my in-laws absolutely like love this bar. Love this bar. So I was making sure to melt things that they enjoy that's not too overpowering for them while they're here. And it'll make me cry every time. And that's my monthly. So be prepared to see a lot of that because sometimes I just need to feel like I don't feel him here still. I still don't feel him. But I don't know, he's ingrained into everything that I am, every last bit of me. I mean, you don't spend 10 years with somebody. And our anniversary, like our wedding anniversary is coming up in a few days, right? I don't know, you don't spend that amount of time with somebody and not start to become one person. If you're lucky, I guess. If you have what we had, I mean, you start to become each other. And I guess that's how I get to feel him with me, because like I can see it in the things that I do, and the fact that like I can't just stop working, right? I can't just curl up into my bed. I can't just pull my covers over my head. I have to get up. I have to take a shower. I have to feed my children. I have to take them to school. I have to do laundry. I have to vacuum. I have to do all of these things, right? Because, that's just what I mean. You work 12-hour shifts and come home and still work on the house, or come home and still play with the kids and put them to bed. And like, he just always kept going, no matter how he felt, no matter how tired he was. He just, you get shit done. That was, and it's now ingrained into who I am, that giving up and stopping is not an option. You just get it done, no matter what you're feeling. So I guess that's how I get to feel him. So anywho, I did kill out a couple cubes of tangerine creamsicle. This was an exchange from a customer. It wasn't strong enough for her. She had used a few cubes in her warmers, and I'd been slowly going through this. I just kept putting it in the bathroom and the laundry room until it was gone, because it really isn't a super strong performer. I think this might work good as a mixer to some extent, just to kind of give a different element to something, give it a more creamy or more tropical kind of vibe. But on its own, tangerine creamsicle, cute as it is, doesn't do it for me either. Cutie pie cupcake. Always. This is, it is a creamy cake smell. It is a vanilla cake batter with a hint of lemon, like orange frosting, like cuties frosting, right? It's not straight orange, and it's not the tart like clementine cupcake. This has got more cake batter to it. Oh, and just that hint of orange frosting. Forever. I'm just telling you, forever. Did a bar of Bonfire Beach. I know that I did this in my master. I couldn't tell you when. It somehow coincides with me changing my pods in the air purifier. But Bonfire Beach, gorgeous. Went into my club. Love it, love it, love it. Can't live without it. Did do the pods also in my air purifier at that time. I will be honest with you guys. Half the time I do not put the pods in my air purifier just because it goes through them so stinking fast. But sometimes I like it. I want that little extra oomph from it. Like, these still have some fragrance left in them. I could probably put them in a drawer or something. That's why I put them in the clamshell. So when we were, I think it was our final trip to Tennessee, Memorial Day weekend, is when I used my kukui and coconut pods. I'm pretty positive. I think I had them in my Go, and then I brought a wall fan diffuser for the camper at my in-laws' property that we stayed in. You can't even smell it in here. I've got a bar of kukui and coconut here too, but pretty sure this was our final trip to Tennessee together as a family. And I'm really glad we made that trip, because it was just a couple weeks before he passed. He got to see his sister and his parents. And I've already made plans with them. I mean, my in-laws are going to come back up, like I said, in September. And for Haley's fall break in October, we're going to go down and we're going to stay with them for fall break. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law have the camper that we've been staying in for the last 2.5 years, right? They got into an accident with it. Sort of. The spare tire fell off of my brother-in-law's truck from underneath and ripped up the bottom components of the camper, right? You could still stay in it. But were trying to go on a camping trip and ended up wrecking the camper on accident with the spare tire fell off, and it tore up the undercarriage of the camper. So we were able to stay in it that last time. And when they obviously filed the insurance claim and took it up there, they totaled the camper, which at the end of the day is okay, because I'm not sure that I could emotionally handle staying in the same camper when we go to Tennessee, truthfully. And I know my sister-in-law, like, she's like, I can't set foot in it. I couldn't look at it ever again. It ended up being a blessing in disguise that the accident happened right before you guys got there, that they ended up totaling it out. We're all kind of wrecked. But they obviously will be investing in a new one. They're very heavy into camping. And I guess my girls and I, next time we go down, we'll get to start making new memories of trips down to Tennessee as us without it. So we'll see. We'll get to stay in a new camper when we go down. It won't be the same one that we've always stayed in. Too many memories. It'd be too hard. So I'm kind of glad, and she's kind of glad. But we are going to go down, like I said, in October for Haley's fall break. And then we'll be back down again in December for Christmas with all of our family. My aunts on my side of the family actually got a home in Tennessee last year. I think it was, yeah, they'll have been there a year in October. And we all went to Florida last Christmas, right? We rented the RV, we drove down, and this year my aunt wants to host in Tennessee, so it's kind of midway. And you know, I am super, super freaking lucky that we have such an amazing family. So James's family and I have rented an Airbnb already for all of us to stay together, because my aunts live about an hour and a half from where my in-laws live, and we are all doing Christmas together, both sides of our family together in Tennessee. So my family from Florida will come up, my family from up north is going to go down. We're all going to kind of meet in the middle at my Aunt Kim's, and both the Stevenson and the Whitfield side of my family will be celebrating Christmas together as one large unit. So I'm glad that I get both sides for our first Christmas without him, because I'm going to need all of those people, you know. And then, like, my mom's side of the family, right, we do something up here. We have always done it after Christmas because I have so many gang siblings. It's super hard for us to get together, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll be still going back to Tennessee a lot. Because his family is amazing. They're my family, they're my parents, they're my sister, my brother, those kind of things. But okay, did coconuts for coconuts. This was just a day or two ago. I love it. I love it. It was beautiful outside, and it just smells like sunshine. It smells like sunscreen. And it's so perfect and creamy and smooth and sunscreen. And then we had a cooler day sometime in the last week, and I did some Fearless by Nature. This is a very earthy, very deep, like sage scent. I don't know. It's very It's one I really, really have to be in the mood for. I've kicked it out of my club once before, but I don't think it, like, I figured it had been back too many times that it wasn't going to be back again. So I did throw this into my quarterly club. I do like it when I feel it. At some point, maybe I will part with it again, but for the time being, not terribly stressed about it. I have a pod pack of Make a Splash. These pods are still in my Baby Yoda wall fan diffuser. These are ones that I took, that's what I took with me to SFR for my room. I took Baby Yoda with me because I travel clearly with the pods because it's wax free and it's easier and there's no mess. But I haven't plugged Baby Yoda back in anywhere. And I haven't used Make a Splash pods since then. They're still sitting in there. Did a bar of It's Love in the girls' room. This is Haley's bar. I love it too. Truthfully, it's this really nice, unique, fruity raspberry kind of fragrance. But it's Haley's bar, and she asked for her bar. So I would melt it everywhere, but it's her bar, so it gets to go in her room. And then I did clear out my bar of Together Forever from the Valentine's Day collection. It was the only one I didn't melt because it's super stinking floral. But I figured I'd give it a go in the girls' room. It is. It's super, super floral. Not my jam. Did do his bar of Root Beer Float. He only got to enjoy it one time before everything happened, because these were the Bring Back My Bars that came out in June, and he immediately fell in love with it. So yeah, it's in my club. It's in my club now. I added it before it was over, but I had, yeah. A bar of Kukui and Coconut also went into my club. Super, super unique, which is how it made it in my club in the first place. And now I have scent memories tied to our very last family trip that we ever took. So Kukui and Coconut will stay around forever and ever. Yeah, now we're getting into the things that remind me of him quite a bit. Let's see. Did a bar of Graduation. Again, one of our favorite bedroom scents. Probably went in, I mean, our bedroom's the only place that I melt this, so I know it wasn't our master. But it's a really nice, masculine, smooth, masculine kind of fragrance without being too over the top. It's a good performer. It lasts for days, like 4 days on a bar of that. I don't know why I have garbage in there, but okay. It probably fell off my desk because I have a box in addition to my basket. But I think with the exception of the non-wax products, we're finally through the stack of bars that I had sitting there. Here's the thing for Bonfire Beach. Those went into the air purifier. I did have a couple of the Yankee ones that I had tried out for you guys a couple months ago. My friend Catherine did actually send me vendor wax, coffee vendor wax to try out. And originally when she told me that she was going to send it to me, my game plan was to unbox it with you guys here. And it arrived while I was at SFR. And I opened it because she asked me to. Because there was something special inside. She had sent me the extra R2-D2 that she got in her whiff box that month when there was a Star Wars exclusive. And I took the R2-D2 out, and it's currently sitting on the box with James's ashes, because even though I got him, you guys, I got him the coolest gosh darn urn. I found the Death Star, right? Because Star Wars is our thing. I haven't been able to get myself to open the box to put him inside of it. And I know that, plenty of people have told me, well, if you go to the funeral home, right, they'll do the transfer for you. They'll take care of it. But the truth of the matter is I can't set foot back in there either. So he's still in the gift bag that they presented him to me in, and I haven't been able to transfer it. So instead, he's in his box. He's sitting on my coffee bar buffet, which sounds twisted as, well, you know what word I want to use. And R2 is sitting with him, on him. So right now, until I can get up the courage to transfer him, you know, that is his current memorial at the moment. I don't know. It almost seems fitting that he's currently sitting on the last thing that he built. Maybe I'll take you guys over there. I got to show you the shelves. He built me the last thing that he built. I don't remember if I did or not, but so there is, I do have a box of vendor wax, and I appreciate that she sent it to me. I don't know. It arrived at a bad time, and I can't seem to make myself go through it. No offense, Catherine. It just came while it arrived the day that he passed, before I could get home. Yeah. But I did have a couple Yankee ones that I was still working on. And again, like I said, this dates all the way back to before I left for SFR. So this one was Catching Rays. These Yankee melts do decent. They're okay. This is just a really kind of like nice, clean, slightly beachy scent. They do okay, but they get mucky in my warmers, and I don't really, because there's soy in them, and our Scentsy warmers are not hot enough really to handle soy very well. But at least it didn't have a burnt smell, because it's like a mix. And the same thing with the sage and citrus. This is one that I really would love to recreate Scentsy style. But I don't know. Maybe if I mixed, like, I'm thinking sage and citrus, right? Sage, Fearless by Nature. And maybe that's what I can use tangerine creamsicle for. Because this is more sage forward than citrus. And it is slightly creamy. So maybe Fearless by Nature and tangerine creamsicle, 1 cube to 1 cube in the same warmer, would recreate this in a way that wouldn't get funky in my warmers. Because I do like that scent. I have a Just Breathe scent pack. This came out of my Koala Bear. It's still got a little bit of fragrance in it, you guys, but it's almost minty. It reminds me of double mint gum when it's running out. It doesn't have that same eucalyptus kick that it did, although I will tell you, the Just Breathe scent pack, if you do have some of these, it will make your eyes water in your body, in your bed, next to your face. Because I was like, what? It's slightly stingy. I had to move him out of my bed for a little bit when I first put him in there. Like, I had to set him on my dresser so until he could calm down just a smidge. But now it just smells like double mint gum. I don't like it anymore. So goodbye scent pack. All right, we have more wax. I told you this is gonna be long. I did do a bar of oats and honey. I think I've already taken this out of my club. It's good. I like it. I like it as a mixer, but it's a little too oaty for me. So I did finally, I had to decide between oats and honey and toffee butter crunch. Toffee butter crunch one, hands down. Too oaty. I did do a bar at some point of Bright Cider Life. This is not particularly a fall specific bar for me. It is a really, really good apple cider scent with just a hint of spice, but it's not like that punch you in the face cinnamon. I don't even know if there's cinnamon in it, but it's this really gorgeous, beautiful apple cider blend. I love it. It reminds me of the apple cider slushies at the orchard that I'll no longer go to. All of these things, you guys, like things that I say and I don't think until I say it. The apple cider slushies at there's a apple orchard by us called County Line Apple Orchard, and it was our very first official date. We took the kids to County Line Apple Orchard, and we went every year. It was a tradition of ours ever since then when we took the kids to the orchard. But that's what this reminds me of. It smells like the apple cider slushies from the orchard that we get every year, because it's got a little sweetness to it. Did finish out a bar of Vitamin Relax. I had this going in the downstairs bedroom that my in-laws have been staying in. Again, it's a lighter performer. It does well in small spaces. I try not to overpower them just because they are sensitive. Maui Mist. I'm sure this came out of my bedroom. Love it. It just smells like incense. Gorgeous. Will never go out of my club. Sugared Strawberry. Totally in my club. Obsessed. This is my kind of strawberry. I'm horrible. I don't like the authentic strawberry. It's too green. It smells like strawberry puree, like macerated strawberries. Give me strawberry candy. I'm sorry. It's strawberry candy. It's gorgeous. Did a bar at some point of Havana Cabana. I think we were trying to branch out when I ordered this from just Pina Colada Cha-Cha. This is supposed to have more banana in it. Pina Colada Cha-Cha wins over Havana Cabana for me. But if you like more banana than pineapple, Havana Cabana is for you. Last month's scent of the month. Desert Tropics. Punchy. Very punchy. If you like fruit punch, this is your jam. If you're like me and you're like, that's a little too tart and sweet, Desert Tropics, not your gig. I obviously always try to warm through the whole house to give you a good review. If you like fruit punch, if you like paradise punch, if you like feeling punchy, probably enjoy this. Not so much. At some point we did a bar of a Bonfire Beach. Always. This gorgeous driftwood and marshmallow. Give it to me. I probably did Bright Cider Life through the whole house because it came out of the same box. Always and forever. Red, white, and berry pie. I might have 2 of these in there. This is amazing. This did make it into my club. I love this. It's a one day and done. It is like a cherry strawberry pie bakery thing. Oh, it's so good. But I do know that at some point we're going, I think maraschino sugar cookie is coming in the holiday brick. If you were a bakery fan, you want that. I think basically what they were doing. So when they put the maraschino cherry in the December whiff box, right? We were pissed. We were pissed that we couldn't get more. There were some consultants who were crazy enough to buy multiple whiff boxes just for that bar. So I am glad that I didn't do that. It crossed my mind. I didn't do that. But now I have to compare the two. Is red, white, and berry pie better? Do I keep maraschino sugar cookie? They're both really, really good. And I feel like they're super similar, but I'm going to have to melt them back to back to figure out which one I like more. Whenever that comes out, probably November, which is, we shall see. I might need 2 bricks of that. To do a bar of Coffee Tree. This is just a really nice coffee scent. It's literally what it is. It is a really lovely coffee scent. It performs well. Perk Me Up is returning in January. That's our original coffee bar. But I still won't let go of Coffee Tree. Coffee Tree is just you get more of that bean and less of that like creamy milk in it. Like Perk Me Up is more like the actual, like if I make myself a cup of coffee in the morning with some creamer. This is just a slight hint of creamer. It's mostly just coffee beans and it's to die for. I did do a bar of Thunderstorm. I don't remember if I think this is on the chopping block. I like it. It's Stormwatch from Yankee Candle, right? And that used to be one of our favorite candles of all time. When we used to still melt candles before we had small children and decided that we didn't want our house to burn down. It's Stormwatch. I don't know if it's unique enough to keep, truthfully. Like, I really, really super enjoyed it. I do like it mixed with around the campfire. On rainy days, I don't know. If I have to make space, that one probably get the boot. Did do a bar of Vanilla Waves. Who else is pissed that they took this away for fall?
I fell in love with Vanilla Waves. Originally, when it first came out, I was like, I don't like this. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, like I have a new appreciation for Vanilla Waves all by itself. I do love it as a mixer. It mixes well with Coffee Tree. It mixes well with Mocha Doodle. It mixes well with so many things. Like you can mix Vanilla Waves with just about anything. And, but I don't know. I suddenly gained a new appreciation for it this spring when I could open my windows and you could smell that sweet vanilla salted caramel wafting through the breeze through the whole house. And now I'm obsessed. Just am. Did the bar of sugar. I did it in the girls' room. This was when I was making decisions about whether or not it was going to stay or it was going to go. It's just not strong enough. Something had to go. I had to cut some stuff loose. Sugar didn't make the cut. Vanilla blackberry also did not make my club cut. I love this. I do. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love vanilla blackberry. I like that it is tart. I like that it is in your face. Part of me regrets letting it go, but I had to make decisions. And I just feel like I didn't warm it enough to give it a space anymore. Did a bar of toasted marshmallow. I probably combined this with something. I'm not a huge fan of toasted marshmallow all by itself. I don't remember what I combined it with. But this is one of my all-time favorite mixers. It just is. It's one of my all-time favorite mixers. So I like it with around the campfire too to kind of ramp up that smokiness. Did a bar of vanilla mint, definitely bedroom. Favorite bedroom bar of all time for both of us. Frosted vanilla does not compare. This was probably, I don't know, shortly after he passed. I did 2 bars of red berry and spruce. I put it through the whole house. And I know I talked to you guys about that before, and somebody said that probably melting the scents that he didn't like is not a great way to get him to come talk to me, but I don't know. I thought maybe getting him all fired up, being like, God dang it, Laura, it's July, would get him to come talk to me. I love pine. I love this bar. I've got 2 bars of this in my quarterly club. It's just red berries and pine, and it's gorgeous, and he complained every single time I warmed it. But I didn't care at the end of the day. So I thought maybe I can get him riled up enough. It was unsuccessful, clearly. Let's see. Let's talk some non-wax so I can just keep, like, scooch this over. If not, I'll knock stuff over. Finished out the dish soap in Coastal Sunset. Highly recommend. 100% would buy this again. Love it, love it, love it. When I ran out of this, I did pull my half bottle that I had from fall of Autumn Road Trip out just to finish it up before I open a brand new one. Next one will probably be Vanilla Mint. Hint, hint. Finished off making another all-purpose cleaner in Johnny Appleseed. This is, like, James was obsessed with our all-purpose cleaner. I tend to lean towards counter clean, but he loves the all-purpose cleaner, especially for the grill. And we ran out of it while my father-in-law was trying to help clean the grill, so I made him more. It was the last of this. I think I still have another backup bottle down there because I did a bundle on these at one point. And Johnny Appleseed was 100% by far his absolute favorite all-purpose cleaner. Also finished out the counter clean in Coastal Sunset. I took the top off. I do try to keep at least one backup top on hand just because the kids have a tendency to drop them sometimes, and these do break. These, you know, if you drop them good enough, or if you're like Nugget and you throw them at something or down the stairs. So I did take the cap off of this, and I have just like a vase because, let's be honest, I don't do plants, I don't do flowers. Black thumb. But I do have this as a spare down underneath my kitchen sink.
Did finish out a little bit of, it was a very little bit of Scentsy Fresh in Black Raspberry Vanilla. This was in my borrow bag. And when I revamped my borrow bags for fall, like there was so little in there that it wasn't even worth, like I needed to put a different fresh in the borrow bag. This is beautiful. I do like Black Raspberry Vanilla in our laundry line. I love it in the washer whiffs. I love it in the Scentsy Fresh. I've melted in wax. I don't know. It's not that it's bad in wax. It's not that I don't like it. It's just not like my go-to. I find other fun, I like to try all the things, right? But in laundry, Black Raspberry Vanilla is a winner. Love it. Did go through or finish the bathroom cleaner in Make a Splash. Actually, I think my sister finished it out while everybody was here. This is really, really good in cleaning. I like it best in cleaning than I do in the wax because the melon doesn't come so, it's not melon, it's not as melon forward. Like you get that little hint of melon, but like when you warm Make a Splash, like that melon smacks you upside the head. I love this in cleaner. I love this in the body wash. Not per se like the lotions. I don't know why I don't really like it in like the body cream, but I love it in the body wash and I loved it in the cleaning line. It's a very, very clean scent. It was a perfect choice for that. All right, we're getting down to the end here. I've got a bar of Autumn Road Trip, just a really nice, crisp, beautiful apple. It is different than Falling Woods though, because I mean, this is apple and oak. Falling Woods is apple and oak. This is more apple. It's like apple and pear. So this is more fruity with that tiny little hint. And the Falling Apples is more woodsy forward with that apple in the background. Both of them are amazing. Totally amazing. Did pods in Sugared Strawberry. These were, I think, in here in the dining space. Because like our okay. So this section here was originally a bedroom before they put an addition on at some point, right? Long before we bought the house, but it's now our dining space and it's been our dining space. It was presented as a dining space when we bought the house, blah, blah, blah. But there's no good place to set like a buffet on this. So all my warmers are way over there. And then we have what was probably at some point the master bedroom in this house before they built up. But there's no good spot in the dining section to put a warmer. So I use the fan diffusers. And then I had replaced it with Fiji flour. Did probably one bar or two of Gridiron Rush. It was a day I could have all of the windows open. This came back. It is currently available. All of the NFL stuff is available. This is in my club. I won't take it out. It's not one I can do all the time. I need the windows open for this because it is super powerful and super soapy, but the girls call it the daddy bar because James was obsessed with it. So we will continue to warm it. Did a bar of Cotton Candy Cookie. Now this is one that I picked up at the flash sale because obviously the ones that were in Bring Back My Bar didn't have this front. I fell in love with this, you guys. Originally I was like, ooh, it's super sweet. It can only go in the girls' room. And then I melted it in the kitchen. I'm like, obsession. It is a really sweet, gorgeous cookie bakery note kind of thing. I also did replace the air filter in my air purifier. My light's back on again. Normally it lasts a lot longer, but look at that nasty. Ew, it's got stuff falling off of it. It's so gross. It is so stinking gross. Like, I don't even want to know what the new one looks like right now. But I forgot to order a backup filter in my monthly club. I forgot to change it, so I'm going to have to just order one separate in my next order. But yeah, that's nasty. That's all crap that would have been in my room that I would have breathed in. Not a fan. Well, I'm a huge fan of the air purifier. I'm just not a fan of all that nasty stuff floating in my air. I stopped putting these in there, you guys, truthfully. I go through so many cotton cleanups, it's ridiculous. I can go through 5 if I change all my warmers in one day. So, just saying. I go through a lot. But it is way better than walking around and getting my fingers all nasty and messy with cotton balls because I hate doing that. I wish the cotton cleanups, like they need to come out with a mini warmer cotton cleanup. So like a smaller version, right? Just a smaller version, but still sucks up extra wax with the tabby thing on top, because I absolutely positively hate using cotton balls and sticking my fingers on it, because no matter what, like it takes 2 cotton balls, right, to suck up a cube of wax, and inevitably it still gets all over my fingers, and I hate that. I hate that. I need mini warmer cotton cleanups, please. Somebody tell Sensi. Maybe I should just put it in idea share. I can tell Sensi. Anyways, go vote for it. Did a bar of Toffee Butter Crunch. Love this. Love, love, love Toffee Butter Crunch. This is everything I wanted salted caramel toffee to be. I will melt this before I will melt salted caramel toffee. This is not as intense as salted caramel toffee. This is just a gorgeous toffee scent. Did 2 bars of Silhouette. Yes, yes, yes. These I picked up in the flash sale. I actually picked up several of these in the flash sale and stuck them in my Heidi box so that people don't take them. This is a really beautiful, hard to describe, musky, romantic type of scent. It is divine. Oh, look. More Bonfire Beach. More Dumbo. No surprise. Okay. I did think I did Autumn Road Trip through the whole house. So I did 2 bars of Autumn Road Trip. Love it, love it, love it. More Banana Nut Bread. Graham Cracker Crunch. You didn't think we were going to get through an empties without Graham Cracker Crunch, right? And this is back. This is back. I love this so stinking much. And pumpkin roll returned. I've already ordered some pumpkin roll to do my favorite mix of all time, which is Graham Cracker Crunch and pumpkin roll, to make peanut butter pumpkin bread. And then I'm going to walk through the air going, I want to eat my house. Because I will do this over the whole house. Like I don't typically do bakery through the whole house. This is so good and so mouth-watering. Peanut butter pumpkin bread. I'm telling you, I will do through the whole house. And then I will spend my day drooling. Maybe I'll learn how to make pumpkin bread this year. But I really preferred to go to like farmers markets and buy pumpkin bread and come home and like warm it up slightly in the oven. Just get it a little warm and melt that peanut butter. Give me all the fall treats. Coconuts for coconuts. Clearly you can see my obsession. Fresh ice. Definitely. Our bedroom. 100%. Sinus clearing. Gorgeous. Give me all of the minty vibes while asleep. More Dumbo, because I would have done it through the whole house. Pink sugarberry mint in our kitchen. There will never be a time that I smell this and not hear, what you baking, baby? What you making me, baby? Never. I made you wax. Light Side of the Force. Always. It will now melt every month. Every month. You already know. Light Side of the Force. Pods of vanilla mint. Air purifier. Put it in with vanilla mint. There's nothing left in these guys. When it goes in the air purifier, it sucks the life right out of them. Or blows the life right out of them, whichever you want to do. This is cucumber and cactus water from the summer collection. It came in my whiff box. It was the Scentsy Fresh. It's okay. It was not, I used it to make samples at the end of the day, right? Because I figure if I only make samples of things that I like and they don't have the same scent preferences of me, then I'm never getting new things into people's hands. So the whiff box is a great way to do that. I would have used it. Not overly my favorite. Clearly it wasn't anybody else's like, gotta have it sent either, because nobody ordered it. Seriously, like, it's okay. Nothing great. Cotton candy cookie, Clearly Kitchen. It's beautiful. Like, it smells funky in the clam. I'm gonna be honest, like, on cold, it has a funkiness to it. Warming, it's gorgeous. That one really comes to life when it's warming. Oh, here's the empty pods of the kukui and coconut from the wall fan diffuser that we took on the trip. I think. Maybe these are from the car. I don't know. I love them. These don't have enough scent left to smell anything, so just a hint. Like, I know what it smells like. Did the bar of Summer Rain. Just clean, fresh Rain Aquatic. That was from Bring Back My Bar. It's okay. Nothing to knock my socks off. We've got plenty of fresh scents. It's not bad. There's other things. Did a bar of lemon sorbet. This had to have been in the kitchen. Overall, I'm not like a huge lemon fan. And I know that sounds crazy because so many people are lemon crazy. The lemon sorbet is one that I like, but it really does not last long. I want things that are super powerful and they last me a long time. But lemon sorbet is nice if, I don't know, it's a hot summer day. It's kind of cooling. It's a cool lemon. It's decent. Did a bar of shimmer in the girls' room. I did kick this out of my club. James loved this bar. I can't smell it. I mean, I can't, like, when you initially walk into a room, I could smell it. And then 5 seconds later, I was completely nose blind to it, no matter what I did. He thought it was great. I have other bars that remind me of him way more than this, so it didn't kill me to let it go. Sandalwood Tangerine. This was from our Father's Day collection. The bar is a womp womp performer. Like, couldn't smell it. So light that I couldn't, like, I wanted to smell this bar. In the body wash, however, that's what I'm currently using. This is awesome. Fabulous in the body wash. Fabulous in the fragrance mist that it came out in. If those pop up in clearance, because we should have another one around the corner, an update, right? Which will give us our first look at what's maybe not returning next summer, and then I'll be back on here crying. Although I've learned my lesson. No scent is safe. Anything I can't live without is in my club. Sandalwood Tangerine. I would pick up more in the body. Wax was a dud. Okay, last two bars. Believe it or not, you guys, it only took us an hour and 20 plus minutes to get through this. The last two bars.
There's nothing in your music like.
Shoosh. The last two bars. One came from Father's Day collection. One is from Bring Back My Bar. Both of these bars are part of our original bar collection, right? We were super stoked that these were coming back. My Dear Watson, gorgeous, wonderful cologne type fragrance. It is very like store-bought, over-the-counter cologne. It's kind of like a Hollister cologne. It's clearly synthetic and not natural. Still one of our favorite bars. And then the last bar that came back in this last Bring Back My Bar that was on our must-have list, right? Zeppelin, Simply Irresistible, Perk Me Up. Those were the ones we were missing. And Simply Irresistible, again, a gorgeous cologne-y type fragrance, but it's got like this mint, like this hint of mint in it to me, where it just makes this really cool masculine scent. It's almost got like I said, it's got a coolness to it, a cool masculine scent. And club, never leaving. Guys, I'm so eternally grateful for Scentsy Club. If you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. I know it's been a crazy ride. But at least I can still get, I'm grateful for Scent Memories, and I'm grateful for Scentsy Club, and it seems like such a silly thing to get attached to a wax bar, right? But our strongest sense, right? Like sense, like sight, smell, hearing. The one that affects our brains the strongest is scent, right? It's the one thing that can get all the way up into all of those little synapses and I don't know all of the medical terminology for it, right? But scent is literally the most powerful sense that we have, the most powerful of our 5 senses. And I am super grateful for Club because of that, right? Scent memory is so strong and so powerful. Like, there's not one space in my house that I can be in and not, like, I can see him with my eyes shut. I can see him with my eyes open. Like, I can picture him in my mind every second of every day. But to smell him and to smell the things that he loved and to, like, it immediately brings me back, like the Bring Back My Bar videos, right? It immediately brings me back to us doing these together. I can replay his comments in my head as I'm sniffing these things. Or if I like pink sugarberry mint, right? If I melt it, I can immediately hear him come home and be like, ooh, what you baking, baby? What'd you make me? And I'm sure that I would obviously still have memories no matter what. But it heightens those memories and makes them clearer in my mind, I guess. I don't know. I'm just grateful for Club. I'm grateful for Club, and I'm grateful that I will always be able to get all of the bars that I can't live without, because as you guys can tell, there's a lot of them. So if you have stuck with me this long, I also appreciate you, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.